Gavin Newsom just told a room full of black voters that he's just like them because he has a low SAT score and can't read. Really, just watch.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, sat down for a conversation with a black host in Atlanta, Georgia, and instead of talking about policy or his record or anything of substance, he decided that the best way to connect with his audience was to make himself sound as unintelligent as possible. So he's confirming the trend of a 2018 Yale study that found that white liberals actually dumb down their vocabulary when talking to black people. It's a documented pattern, and Newsom just gave us a live demonstration on camera. But if you thought what he said was bad, wait until you realize that his body language confirms that, he didn't really care. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and today we are breaking down a moment that Gavin Newsom wishes he could take back. Now let's watch the full clip and pay attention to how he delivers those words.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Did you catch the delivery? When Newsom says, I am like you, I'm no better than you, he slows down deliberately. Short pauses between each word.
I'm like you. I'm no better than you.
He's not stammering. That is for emphasis. He wants every word to land. He's making absolutely sure that his black audience understand that he's lowering himself to their level. And then comes the number. I'm a 960 SAT guy. He turns to the audience, opens up his body and says, you have never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. He's smiling, he's animated, he's got all that Newsom charisma turned up to 11. He's enjoying the moment. But watch what happens right after he says, maybe you got 940. There's a micro caress on the fingers of his left hand. His eyes drift up and his lower lip pulls inward, tucked inside his mouth. Those are anxiety signals. But here's what's interesting. The anxiety, it's right after the number, not after the I can't read comment. He might not have registered that he just insulted his audience's intelligence. And what made him nervous was putting a specific number out there, 940, because that's the part that could offend someone sitting right in front of him. But the broader insult, it went right over his own head. He didn't even register it. But the host, nervous laughter, trying to downplay it. That is a man who knows exactly what just happened, but it's not going to make it worse on live camera. And then Newsom says, maybe the wrong business to be in. And there it is again. The lower lip pulls inward a second time. His body is sounding the alarm, but his mouth is not listening. Now, let's play devil's advocate for a moment. And even if you want to be generous and say that he was trying to be relatable, there are 1,000 ways to connect with people. You talk about shared struggles, shared values, shared experiences. What you don't do is tell your audience that you are just like them because you are not very bright. Because the implication is obvious. Now, Newsom does have dyslexia, and that could explain why he said he couldn't read speeches. And if he had mentioned that immediately right there in that moment, this would be a different conversation. But he didn't. Watch what happens 3 full minutes later.
And I'm also here because of dyslexia. What a gift. What a gift it is to not have to read a script, but to be able to read a room.
3 minutes later, he waited 3 minutes to say this. And when he finally brings up the dyslexia, pay attention to his body language because he leans toward the host. Dramatic pause. What a gift. This is not a correction. This is not him saying, wait, let me clarify what I meant earlier. This is a completely separate thought. He never connects it back to the SAT comment or the I can't read moment. Anyone with a modicum of self-awareness would have immediately said, and the reason I can read a speech is because I have severe dyslexia. That would have reframed the entire thing. He didn't do that because in that moment he didn't register that what he said was a problem. And this is a fundamental lack of empathy, the inability to hear your own words the way your audience hears them. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because if Newsom's dyslexia is as severe as he claims, how do you explain this?
You've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And trust me, I don't read very fast, but it reads at an unbelievable pace. It's so well written. And of course, it's so familiar because I felt a little bit adjacent to so much of the subject matter, but it's 18 chapters. It's an impressive piece of work, 263 or so pages.
Did you hear that? Gavin Newsom, the man who just told a black audience that he cannot read a speech, claims he read a 263-page book in under 2 hours. The audiobook version of that book is 11 hours long, so he supposedly got through it in less than 2. Now, either his dyslexia is not nearly as severe as he performs it to be, or he didn't actually read the book, and he's performing relatability in a completely different direction, flattering the author. In either way, he's performing. And that is the pattern. Whether he's dumbing himself down for a black audience or building himself up for a podcast host, Newsom adjusts his story to match whoever is sitting across from him. And this is what makes this moment so important to analyze. It's not just a gaffe. It's a window into how someone operates when they lack the ability to see themselves through other people's eyes. The micro-caress, the lip talk, the anxiety signals, his body caught what his brain didn't. His hands were nervous, but his mouth kept going. And once you learn to spot that disconnect, the body saying stop while the mouth keeps performing, you will recognize it instantly. In politicians, in salespeople, in anyone who has learned to charm a room but hasn't learned to listen to themselves. So, what was the body language signal that stood out to you the most? Was it the deliberate slowdown? Was it the anxiety signals after the 9:40 comment? Or was it the 3-minute gap before he even mentioned his dyslexia? Let me know in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.